Perfect. So we're going to get going right away. If everybody wants to say hi, where you're from, and then I'll mute everybody after. So just give us a hi from where you're tuning in from.
And Telqua.
Marge Smithers.
Tony in Whitehorse.
Oh, right on.
Hi, Lori from Foam Lake.
Hey, Lauren.
Brenda, Emerald Park.
Hi, it's Marilyn here from Kelowna. Hi, everybody.
Kevin Berg, Stony Plain.
Barry from Brooks, Alberta.
Marina from Radville, Saskatchewan.
Ted is on from Sylvan Lake, Alberta.
Lynn coming to you from Black Lake, Saskatchewan.
Coming from Regina, Saskatchewan, Ben McLeod.
Awesome.
From Vancouver Island.
Rona in Winnipeg.
Louise Prince George.
All right.
Awesome.
Charlene from Foam Lake.
Well, let's get started. So we're on time. We respect to make sure that we are all on time. I understand that one of the team's meetings has been canceled for tonight, but we're still going to stay on time.
You all have some packing to do.
Yeah, we're till 8:45. That's the scheduled time, and just want to welcome everybody. Thanks for joining Andrea and myself. Lots of familiar faces that I'm sure we're going to see in a short couple days. We're very excited. We're actually going into Winnipeg, me and Andrea, tomorrow. We've done some shopping over the weekend. We've got new outfits. We're getting our bags packed, and we'll soon be on the way. But just want to lead into Andrea. Andrea's going to cover on a couple of things right off the start.
Yeah. So just a couple things, just to recap what Teresa and Michelle had talked about last week in the Zoom meeting, to make sure that everybody is ready for convention. Bring pens and pencils, notebooks. You'll have to make sure that you bring notebooks so that you can jot down your notes and everything. One thing that you want to do probably today or tomorrow, before you come to Toronto at least, is go into your contact manager. Make sure we do this every month. Go into your contact manager and check to make sure that everybody has made their loyalty purchase for March. So a lot of times people forget to do that, and we've saved quite a few of our reps from going inactive from doing that. So make sure to do that. Again, don't forget your pens and notebooks and all that stuff. A few things that Ted had talked about, if some of you didn't listen to Ted's Monday morning call, a couple things to go over with that. There will be no live video, no live taping, no pictures, live posting on Facebook, social media, anything like that, while we are inside the convention. So when they're announcing the products and whatnot, they're launching it, there's going to be no live stuff posting of that. And that's just to ensure that we're compliant, and there's going to be lots of stuff available afterwards that like all the tools will be available. There'll be pamphlets on the new products. There'll be the DVDs, the Ditto Touch will be updated. Everything else will be available afterwards. So just be prepared for that as well. And don't forget your pins, your emerald pins, your ruby pins, your diamond pins. If you're just a new ruby coming in, if you just hit emerald or diamond, you'll be getting those at the convention as well. So, all right.
That was too quick.
I know.
You didn't drag it out long enough. Man, that's too much on point. Listen, I'm bringing this notebook with me. Make sure, like, Ted did bring that up, but they're not going to be providing books at convention. Also, bring a little spare change in your pocket. When I say a spare change, bring a lot of spare change, because the new products that are going to be introduced there, they've already made up the brochures and the promotional items. Don't worry about saving a few dollars, doing it on your own. Get it quick, get it right there. These guys are professionals. They know what they're doing. They've talked. They're backed by all that experience. These guys have the knowledge to make these things available to us.
We made the mistake the first convention. We we went there, and what they have with the Valentis Tools, the shop there, the store, they've got all kinds of great things. The mugs, the cups, the everything, absolutely everything, keychains, everything like that. If you see something, you get it, because
Yeah, you buy it right there.
they're American company. It'll be in Canadian funds. It's an American company, but what they bring there for inventory, that's it. They can't go back and get anything. And we messed up with that because we thought, oh, we'll wait until afterwards and grab it then. But we lucked out, and we didn't luck out, and we didn't get any of it. So we had to pay the extra shipping and everything to have it shipped to us. So don't be like us.
Yeah, there's usually some deals that go on there, and you might as well take advantage of those deals, okay? So just make sure that you do that. So you're pointing out something to me, sweetheart?
Oh, no.
Just go over things for me. She's making sure I'm covering everything. So listen, where was I going?
I don't know. Our secrets. Do you want to tell our secrets?
Yes.
It's not that big of a secret, but
a few of you know, but you know what? We're super honored to have been asked. We're actually speaking at convention along with our Diamonds, Dave and Brenda. They're speaking there as well. So we're excited to hear them. And me and Andrea. Andrea's a little bit nervous, but you know what? We're pretty prepared. We've studied, you know, what we're saying, and we've rehearsed it several times.
Studied, yeah.
Yeah, probably not enough. We're going to do it a few more times, but we're anxious to share our story with new people, and that's what I wanted to kind of lead into. We went to Vancouver last April, and we were Emeralds. We were by ourselves. Nobody came with us, you know, that was part of the team. We were a little bit nervous. We were thinking to ourselves, why aren't we up there on stage quite yet? And I just want to share with you guys, do what we did. We talked to everybody that we could, and I mean new people. It would have been very simple for me to just sit around and hang out around Dawn and Nancy, people that we knew, but we didn't do that. What we did is we went and introduced ourselves, and we networked, and we, you know what? I see Harley Skipness on here. Harley, I got to give a shout out to you and Melody.
We met people in the elevator.
We met them in the elevator.
And
we invited them
them
in for a drink in our room. And you know what? I'm proud to say that Harley's a lifelong friend, and we talk to each other all the time. I take his advice, he takes mine. You know what? It's about the relationships that you're going to form at these events. That's going to be, you know what, you can't put money on that. And just make sure that you write down a list and you have some goals, and be very goal orientated at this event. Make sure you're structured. Like, I mean, you know what, if you want to talk to a certain people, you should have those written down and then check them off as you go through. And if you get through your list too quick, make sure you get out and introduce yourselves to lots of new people. So that kind of covers everything. Yeah, dealing with the aftermath. Of course, like we said, follow up with your contact manager list. Make sure to have a look who's been purchasing and who hasn't. And if we've had some people fall off, which we have, everybody's volume has gone down. People have lost belief. Whether that is for a certain reason, who cares? New products coming out, make sure that you're connecting with those people. Just because they've fallen off doesn't mean that they're willing to give it another go.
If you had people that weren't seeing the weight loss, or they plateaued and they just kind of gave up, go reach out to those people, because guess what? One of the products is going to help with that plateau, right? So we have to make sure to reach out. You've already got the contacts right there in your contact manager in your back office.
Keep with the basics too. You know what? Sure, we've got some great new tools like Ditto Touch, Ditto Talk. Be using tools like that, but let's get back to the basics. Three-way calls. Still not doing three-way calls hardly at all with my team. You know what? That's how I started. I wouldn't be here today with this company if it wasn't for a three-way call. Three-way calls are imperative. They're so easy to do. And I think a lot of people don't do them because they're almost embarrassed to say they don't know how to do it. If you don't know how, just send me a text, say, hey, Brett, I'd love to learn how. Can I practice with you? We don't even have to have another person on. We can just, talk between the two of us, or even between me, you, and Andrea. Just get out there. It's so easy to do. 3-way calls give secondhand validation to this whole process. And it's about a method, right? And following that method and just, keeping it within that structure and doing it over and over and over and over. And do I need to say it again? Do it over and over and over and over. Doesn't matter. You know what? You're going to get no's. Who cares? Because the more no's you get, you'll eventually get the yeses. And just because they say no now doesn't mean they're always going to say no. So I want to lead into our next couple here, and thank you very much for your guys' leadership, and thanks for being on here. I know you guys have been super busy with your 9 to 5s, but Dave and Brenda, do you mind taking yourself off of mute and just talking to all of us?
Well, we wanted to chat a little bit about what's going to happen at convention and what's going to be the repercussions of convention. It's not really just the people that are going to convention that are going to be hyped. It's going to be their entire team. There's going to be a wave of excitement that spreads right across the entire team. So I think that we've got to be prepared for that. There's going to be, I think they said 14 announcements. It's going to be exciting with the Cadillac that we're going to be driving that home. So if anyone needs a ride, we can help out. Harley shaking his head. He's going to win that one. But there's going to be a lot of hype that comes out of that, and we have to be really prepared. And I think if we're on the phone right away with our team members and anybody that have been on the fence for a while, and just touch base with them, tell them about the new products. You never ever know why they haven't made a commitment, why they haven't engaged. So if you're telling them about, there might be some nugget that we bring back that's going to get these guys excited and move them to the next level.
Well, and also about handling change. It doesn't matter what organization you work at, you talk to, there's change everywhere. Valentis is no exception to that. So if you get people, and I know we all have, as people said, this product didn't work, or I got sick from this or this or that. You know what? Valentis is changing. They're listening to, everybody's feedback, etc. You know what? They've got some new products. Why don't you give it a try? And position it very positively. That keeps people interested. And you know what? What do they have to lose? If they were experiencing some plateaus or whatever, there's all kinds of negativity out there, but it's about handling that negativity. And you have the support of everybody on here who can assist you with that. And like you said, Brett and Andrea, the 3-way calls are excellent. I know there's a lot of people out there, our team included, who have created their own team sites, great leadership. And it's about, if you're having a down day, talk to people. But I think this conference will be so exciting. There's going to be a lot of hype on Facebook and all the social media, so we can all feed off each other and contact as many people as you can. As you said, contact people on your contact manager. We've been taking note of people from trade shows that we talk to. We're going to touch base with those people again and just get it out there. You have nothing to lose, and that's the way to approach it.
There's going to be a lot of new product releases there too. So like Brett and Andrea touched on, take notes, for sure. Take notes so that you are definitely educated to the point where you can teach all of your team about the new products and what the beneficial parts of the new products are going to be. We have a meeting. We're going out to Moose Jaw on April the 5th, right after the convention. We'll be doing a presentation out there, and then Don Carson will be coming to Saskatoon on April 11th. So we've got a big presentation on April 11th. We've got a room that will fit up to 200 people. We'll fully anticipate where we're going to have probably 120 to 150 people there. So anybody within any area of Saskatoon, or if you have or any reps or any people interested in the area of Saskatoon within a couple of hours, definitely get them out on April 11th. The posters will be out probably on the weekend of the convention.
And Ditto Talk, if you're not comfortable with that, we can easily have practice sessions with everybody and how to use it, because everybody knows someone who you don't live close to, and the Ditto Talk makes it easy. So you know what? Get out of your comfort zone and give it a whirl.
Plus the convention is going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of times we talk about everything else except for the fun, but it's like there's some intangible things that come out of these. And I know that Andrea talked in that video that got some of the women crying. None of us guys cried over that. Just Andrea, it was just the women. But it was frustrating for Andrea. If you didn't see that, you know what? She didn't really get the community support that she thought. But when she thinks about her family, her Valentis family, her Valentis community, I mean, it's huge. It's a huge thing, and you come away from these conventions always knowing somebody new, and sometimes there's a connection there, and sometimes it can mean a new IR, that's going to be under you on your team. I mean, you just never know. There's connections that are made, and I think that a lot of these things are lifelong connections and lifelong friends.
Well, and if you're new to network marketing like we are, we really, Dave and I have both read it. I plan on taking it to me the plane. I'll be visiting with Lori and some of the people on our team there on the way over. But the book, Right or Almost Right by John Haremza, there is so much great information in there. And we took note in Saskatoon when John Haremza was here. He was watching all the presenters very intent. So he's an expert network marketer, and he was still watching everybody's presentation and learning. And that's what we plan on doing in Toronto as well, because we're going to pick up nuggets from all the presenters there, and we plan on learning a lot.
Yeah, John Haremza, she just mentioned, 29 years in the business, and he's still taking notes, from people that are first timers on stage. It's kind of humbling when you a guy that's making $4,000 a day after 29 years of network marketing, and he's taking notes down, and he's getting little nuggets from when you're up on the stage talking, and even in conversations after. So we love that book. We both picked up a copy. I think it was Palm Springs, and we read it on the flight coming back, and we've gone to it. That's kind of our Valentis multi-level marketing Bible that we've used a few times, and I think that get a copy, go through it. We actually bought a bunch of copies, and we give it to our new reps. If they sign up as a builder, they're getting one of John's books. So we're a big promoter.
So if you see John Haremza's books there at Toronto, I recommend picking up some. And if you have some new people that you're signing up that want to be builders, that you can lend it out to them, or if they sign up as a business builder, whatever you decide to do, share that book with them, because that's great information, and it helps them step out of their comfort zone and understand what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's wonderful, guys. You know what? Good point. Leaders read, and you know what? That's definitely a must-have to read. So, and just continue to pick up those personal development books, and they'll really, really help you grow. Now, April 10th, we're going to be in Regina. I'm gonna make the drive for the April 10th in Regina show, which Dawn is going to be at as well. But I've got to be in Winnipeg for the 12th, so I don't think I'm going to drive all the way to Saskatoon and then back to Winnipeg. I don't know. I might change my mind. But you know what? If I hadn't seen Dave and Brenda, just in a couple of days, I might have made the drive. But I might not be able to make the Saskatoon one. This
you're going to be sick of us after Toronto, anyways. But yeah, just in case, we have a spare room for you.
Yeah. All right, let's take some questions. Perfect. You know what? Yeah, let's open it up for a couple of quick minutes for questions. Anybody have any questions at all?
I'll just quickly go through the group chat here. Somebody is asking, what is Ditto Talk? That is a program that was made for us at Valentis, where we can, you have to purchase it. And I believe the $125 lifetime fee might be still on.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No, it's gone. So it's interactive, but let's not touch base too much on that. Just contact your Diamond upline as far as getting your information for that. But believe me, it's a very useful tool. You want to be using it. Other ones there that we have?
There's been another question, if Brett and Andrea you want to address, is we've been getting people text and ask us if you need a ticket for entry, like the $99 ticket, if you wouldn't mind commenting on that.
Yeah, and the nice thing is they're going to be available right at the door. So Dave Jordan has extended the $99 price,
and they've also
right through to convention.
Yeah, they've also opened up another block of rooms if
Yeah.
anybody needed rooms at the
So if anybody wants to stay right at the Weston Harbor, and I do know that there's still people looking for roommates, make sure you're posting that on the team pages as far as if you know what, have a spare bed and you're looking for somebody, or vice versa. Because let's keep the costs down to where it's manageable for everybody, and be as excited as I am to spend it with my brother-in-law.
Do you need your actual ticket though for entrance, or they'll have your name there?
No, they'll have our names there.
Okay.
If you registered online, they'll have your name there.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, Marilyn thinks that the tickets will be $149 at the door. So be
Oh
prepared.
no, I think that it was said in today's Monday morning call with Ted that they were going to be $99 right at the door. So,
Okay.
but of course, you know what? You don't need to be sharing that with anybody. Like, you want the urgency and you want people to attend, but if that's all it is, if it's over $50, I'll pay the extra $50 to get somebody there. Like, really, honestly, we don't need to be thinking about stuff like that. If people are willing to go, make sure that they go. I'm really excited about next week's Zoom. As everybody on here knows, that we're going to be splitting the responsibilities. We want to make sure that we're not doing too much training, because we can kind of overcomplicate this. And let's just keep it really simple. Teresa's covering next week, which is going to be a big commitment for you, Teresa, with the new products coming out, and we want to make sure that we are 100% all on the same message, right?
You want to
hear
make
ya.
Hi, Teresa.
Oh,
Hey. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead, Teresa.
I lost my button. I was trying to find my face, but I can't find my face.
You're on the
Anyways.
second page.
No, I can't unmute my face. Anyways, yeah, I'm on board for Monday. No problem. And I think I missed a question there about tickets. Oh, okay. Okay. Did I do it? I did it.
Yeah.
Thank you. There was a question about tickets. People who have purchased somebody else's ticket. Did that come up?
No.
No, if the tickets are going to be $149 or $99.
So I did see on some Facebook pages that the question was asked, if I have a ticket to sell, can I sell it? And there was a yes and a no. I did speak with Dave personally, and he said if they purchase a ticket off someone else, to go to the registration table and give that person's ID number and name, and then they'll just have to go further down the line, and then Dave will have somebody else there that will change that into their name.
Perfect.
So just to clear that up.
And do you know, are the tickets still going to be $99, or are they going to be $149 for people that come in at the door?
I thought Ted said this morning that they were $99 still.
Okay.
I think we were leaving it at $99.
Okay. Perfect.
No longer available in the back office. You need to purchase right at the event now.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what I know.
I think it's especially for anybody on here who has reps that aren't going to be able to make it to Toronto. Monday's Zoom call is going to be crucial, because Teresa will be covering all the new products, any changes, any announcements. It's going to be really one of the first training. Will be first training for our team. Well, the team probably gets results if they get one Sunday morning, but it's going to be a crucial one to be on. So
yeah, for sure.
Make sure that you're adding, like, anybody can request to be added to our team, because they won't see the posts if they're not a group member on our team. And I think that's came up a couple of times, that people don't see the link. It's because they're not a part of Team Synergy. And if our own team members, if they're creating their own pages, I love that. It's great because you'd be able to communicate with the people you're bringing in personally. But make sure the people that you're bringing in are added to our page as well, right? So just make sure that that's done. Now, what you also want to do is you also want to record everybody that joins with you at convention. So whether it's 1, 2, 3, or nobody, maybe you take a picture of your own shoes because you want to document your progress from year to year. Me and Andrea, we were standing and we were taking pictures of our own shoes last year in Vancouver. This year, I'm proud to say that we're going to have 4 or 5 personally enrolled, but just literally a pile more people that are going to be there. We're really excited. So document all that. Make sure you do that. So we'll be able to order Sunday, the new products. Sunday, what's the date on Sunday? No, you have to, like, if you're of course you're going to be able to order on the 1st, but that's not going to count towards your March loyalty purchase. Your loyalty purchase needs to be done, but you should be able to, but they'll announce it at convention. Your guess is as good as mine.
Teresa? Oh, she's already left.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm here.
Do you know if would you be able to confirm at all if the products will be available for sale on like April 1st on Sunday, or how soon?
I don't know. I'm assuming because
assuming too.
Yeah, like we know that there was stuff that was in production already. Whether or not it's got a pretty label on it now is another story. So I would assume that with the announcements coming out that we should be able to order as soon as convention is up and running.
Okay.
That's my
assumption. That's what we're hoping, but you know what?
But you never know.
Deal with it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It'll come, right? Whenever it happens, it happens.
Wise words, Brett.
Hey, yeah, Sherry. You wanted to touch on transportation from airport.
Yeah, I have a cousin who lives in Toronto. He said the best means of transportation is called the Up Train. It's right when you come out the main doors across the street. It's the Union Pearson Express. It's about $7 or $8 a person, and it takes you right down to Union Station, which is 2 blocks from our hotel.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to travel. Don't be taking a taxi from there because you spend way too much money.
What is it called again, Sherry? What's the company called?
It's called the Up Train, Union Pearson Express.
Okay.
The 3rd stop is Union Station, and we're 2 blocks from the hotel.
The link's been posted in our Team Synergy page here as well, and I know Teresa's page, Ann's page. We could we'll push that back up again on our team page.
Andrea, are you and Michael and I the only ones going into Hamilton Airport? Because I know I looked into it, and it's a little bit trickier. The train, because I looked into it. So to get from the airport to the train station, you have to cab it to downtown. Then you get from the train station to Union Station, and then Union Station is a couple blocks from the hotel, so either cab it or walk it. But I know for us being 3, it ended up being like $27 a person for the train, and then $25 or $15 a person for the train, and $25 for the cab from the airport. So we're just going to we can get a car for like $100 for up to 6 people.
That's what I was going to say, that we have a friend.
I was trying to find it,
we have a friend that's driving us, but before we found out
what are they doing Wednesday night? No.
We were looking at renting a car as well, so it's easy enough to rent it from the Toronto airport and take it down to Hamilton and leave it there. So
excellent. Well, listen, we're 2 minutes away, so we got time for one more question. If anybody has any more questions, one more. We just did such an awesome job. There's no questions, sweetheart.
I was going to ask Teresa, how did she get onto video? Because about half the participants are not on video this time for some reason.
I don't know why, but for her on our end, I can say ask to start video. So I don't know why.
Where's that? Where do you do that once
the
you're
top
on?
right-hand corner, where it's right by the unmute.
Or
On
at
a
the
cell
bottom.
phone, if you touch the screen, along the bottom will come up an audio and a video camera with a line through it. So if you press it, then the line comes off and your face
I
comes
think some
up or
people
your
are
audio.
doing it because they're all popping up now.
Yeah. So if you just touch
you know
the
what?
screen.
It'll come with time. This is all kind of learning, and
Look at all the
it'll
people.
all get better, right? So.
Oh yeah, now we can see everybody a lot better.
Well, I see Tom and Wendy. Wendy was smacking Tom around there.
She's filling her face.
All right. Well, listen, we respect everybody's time. We've come to the end of the meeting. We are sure pumped up and excited to see everybody in a couple of days. For those of you that are not able to make it to this year's convention, make it a goal for yourselves to not wait till convention next year. Make sure that you're emeralds and that you're going to make the leadership summit in October, okay? Make that your goal. Make it a commitment. Write it down on your notepad. Share it with your upline leaders and make sure that you achieve those goals. So thanks, everybody. Great to see everybody on here. We had, 48 members tonight, and we're really looking forward to seeing everybody soon. And, of course, Teresa's Zoom meeting next Monday.
Okay.
Gone.